Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and happy Tuesday. Um, Happy week of gratitude if that is something that you are celebrating. I am just grateful to be able to be here and be able to share practice with you all. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our home yoga practice live. This week, we are going to shift a few things up and try to keep home yoga practice going, but I'm going to start to decrease the number of live streams that I feed to Facebook. So please, if you are not already subscribing to us on our YouTube channel, please go to youtube.com/justbeyoga and you can subscribe there. So on Tuesdays, I will do Facebook and YouTube, and then after that, we will only be going to YouTube. This week, our theme, why not have it be on gratitude? And we'll talk about ways that we can incorporate that into our asana, our yoga poses, our breath practices, and our meditative space. Home yoga practice live. If you're new, please come on in. If you're like, hey, there's a lady standing there talking, and where's the yoga? Give me a moment and bear with me as I just try to share a bit of like, what is this? So the intention here is to give anyone who cares to receive some tools toward creating a practice at home. When we roll out that mat and we are confronted with what now? And to start to maybe decrease some reliance that we may have had if yoga had been a part of our lives pre-COVID, dependence on going to a place and having someone tell you what to do. Yoga is a life practice. It is a part of us. It becomes integrated. And that requires us to eventually start to cut the umbilical cord and practice it on our own. And that means accepting every flaw about it, everything that it reveals to us about it. Yoga means to create a connection, to yoke, to come together. So we have to start to bring together our mind and our awareness into what's going on into our bodies, in our breath, in our thoughts, and hopefully create an integrated, healthy space for all of them to coexist. And not have the mind be the boss. And I know I'm speaking of myself. My mind definitely thinks it's the boss. And not have the body be the boss, but that we work together. Alrighty, so feel free to say hello. I'm a big fan of interaction and chatting, so that I feel less so that I'm here in a room talking to a camera. Alrighty, so this week our practice is, I would like to explore how do we bring it home, how do we start to integrate on our day-to-day basis, that gratitude. And I'm staying standing for a moment because I wanted to flash up a couple of things, and that requires me being close to the camera, to the laptop. So first of all, I wanted to, good morning, Tracy. Hey, good to see you. See you. Alrighty. So before I go really far, I wanted to introduce you all, in the beginning of the year or in the summer when we were doing this a little bit more rigidly, I often try to introduce some texts, some gurus, people who I really aspire toward and really love. And so I wanted to share with you all to get to know, maybe go and friend Indu Aurora, and I included their Facebook link there. So if you want to copy that down and write that down. This is the first edition book of Indu Aurora's book, and here, hopefully, I don't know if it does not want to focus, because it's like, no, I want to focus on your face, Belinda. So anyway, that's Indu. What's really great is that in this little teeny book is a huge synopsis about all 8 limbs of yoga, about different types of yoga that exist, about the benefits, about health benefits, about energetic benefits, even about chakras. And then breaking down about different postures, and even dietary work. So if you're looking for something that's nice, compact, succinct, and as best I want to say it, true, get it. And you'll also be supporting a woman and a woman of color. So boom, 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 layers and layers. She's also just extremely knowledgeable, great spirit. I've had the honor of being in a few workshops with her, and I am amazed. So I just wanted to share into some of the exercises we're going to do today, or that I'm going to share today, are a combination of some that I've learned from her as well as from a different guru. And then here's some of the elements that we'll be working today. When we talk about gratitude, hang on, I see somebody else made a comment. Gaia, missed you. I was worried about you, so I'm glad to see you. See you. Okay, I'm gonna stop air quoting that. All right. Oh, what was I about to say? Okay, I'm finished talking about Indu Aurora. Oh, gratitude. So I was like, how do we work that gratitude in without it being cheesy, right? And being sincere and coming onto our mat. And I really started to reflect on what is gratitude, okay? I'm actually going to go ahead and sit down now, and I'm going to take Saucha, purification, and Santosha, contentment, off the screen. Patty, good morning. It is great to see you. Awesome. All right. Well, now I'm super juiced and jazzed up. We'll see how calm I can stay and all peaceful. Now I got like a little party going on. All right. It's just finished talking about Santosha and Saucha. And what is gratitude? What is gratitude? And so when I was really sitting with that, I was like, I think sometimes I can be guilty of just being like, I'm thankful for, and then I'm just riddling off a list of goodies and things. And that really isn't, I don't know, when I really kind of was honest with myself, I was like, is that gratitude or is that covetousness? Is that hoarding? Like, look at all the stuff I got, yay! Instead of, okay, what is gratitude? And the more I reflected on it, gratitude is, to me, at least, in what I would like to share today, is an openness that there is something good. And wow, then I was like, woo, let's talk about 2020, y'all. And the ways in which our experiences this year have really, at least for me, helped me focus on that there's has to be some good. Otherwise, how in the heck could I get up every day? How in the heck could I be confronted with so much uncertainty and fear and still find some joy? I have to share that joy. And that's gratitude, a genuine gratitude of waking up and having breath in my body. It doesn't mean that I don't also have sadness for those who have left us. It doesn't mean that I don't have sadness for the injustices and the cruelty that exists. But, man, since the beginning of time, has had no lack or failure at sharing the level of cruelty that we can display. And a part of gratitude is, despite that, can we savor the sweetness? And that's a level of openness. All right. So to me, that also became a reflection of those two aspects of the niyamas. The niyamas are the second limb of yoga. So purity or purification, right? I've got to be pure and honest in my thought to be able to go, yep, there's something sweet out of having to stay at home or having to wear a mask, because in that sweetness, I'm sharing some love and kindness for others as well as myself, because I don't want others to get ill. I wish no harm, right? And then santosha, contentment. And contentment meaning that I have a satisfaction about my life. So hopefully we're going to bring that into play as we move today. All right. Maybe have a journal. Maybe light your candle or an incense. Set your space. I'm not saying your home has to be a spa, you guys, but make it your space where you're able to come and greet yourself. Okay? And what does that mean to you? And as you return to your mat, it will make itself clear, right? What you would like to have around you, what emblems, what tokens, what talismans, what tangas, what aromas, for you to say, I am in a home space for the spirit that resides inside of this vessel called my body. All right, now we're going to start today with some eye exercises toward purification. So think of it as purifying how we see and what we see, and even bringing in some gratitude for the gift of sight. All right, now with that, I'm going to come a little closer. All right, so, forget about the crazy shower head. Sorry about that. All right. We're going to let the eyelids remain nice and relaxed. Here, you know what? I'm going to change camera for a second, you all. Because maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Relax the eyelids. Find a nice, comfortable seat where you are. And invite yourself to be in yourself, in your skin and your breath. Allow the eyelids to hang heavy, and we will look upward and just feel the eyes looking directly upward. Feel the muscles. Notice the eyes taking in color spectrum, light spectrum, shape, but try not to identify anything. Feel the energy of looking up, that muscular energy, and then downward. Breathe. Feel your awareness of the muscles in the orbits of your eyes, and up and down. Continue in this manner. How far up can we see? Do we know our possibility of sight and upward gazing? And downward, what are the depths that we can see into? And then close the eyes and just relax your gaze, bringing your gaze inward. And then gently open the eyes, and we'll look left. Feel the muscles working the eyes. How far to the left of you can you see? What are those limits? What are those boundaries? How grateful are we that we can take our gaze to the left without turning our neck, opening ourselves to the range of our sight and insight, and to the right. Feel the muscles gradually working with us, surprising us at feeling the exertion of the effort. And left and right. Keep going. Are you in a hurry? What are you missing? What are you taking in your field of vision? And then gently close the eyes. Lightly open the eyes. Find your breath. Reset that clock. And we'll take the gaze now diagonally. Okay, so for me, that is up and to the left, and I'm going to call that 11 o'clock on a clock dial. And then down and to the right, calling that 4 o'clock on a clock dial. And then continue in this manner. Notice how it makes you feel. Muscles in your forehead. Maybe muscles you didn't even know you had. Sensations going on in your brain. As your optical nerves are working. Breathe. Opening ourselves to seeing from so many different angles. Do we know the range? How far down and to the right? How far up and to the left? And then gently close the eyes. Lightly open the eyes. Eyelids heavy. Let that gaze still be coming within. And now up and to the right, your 1 o'clock. Down and to the left, your 7 o'clock. And continue in this manner. Is there a part of the angle that's easier? Is there a part of the angle that's familiar, comforting? Is there an angle, a direction that we look into that is foreign, maybe frightful, maybe just limited or unfamiliar? How are you greeting this sight? What gratitude are you open to for new ways of seeing? And then lightly close the eyes. If you would like, gently take the fingertips and lightly massage these orbs, bringing our awareness, our heightened awareness to this organ, just as an organ, not giving it a goal, not giving it a performance evaluation. All right, now gently relax the eyes. We're going to take the gaze up to 12 o'clock. Try not to move the neck. And I'm going to go in my counterclockwise. So to me, it's going to be around to the left, down, to the right, and up. See how much along that clock dial you can let your eyes rest upon. Notice, does it feel like a staggered movement or a smooth movement? Are there parts of the clock dial, spots in our field of vision we never touch, we never see? What are the parts in our vision, our range of seeing, that we're accustomed to, that we're reliant upon, maybe excessively? Is there only one way of seeing? Are you breathing as you see? I'm calling myself out here. And lightly close the eyes. Feel that reset. Feel your muscles in your optical orbs either thanking you or maybe just saying, oh, wow, that was tiring. And then lightly open the eyes, gazing up to 12 o'clock, and we're going clockwise. There are some schools of thought that the counterclockwise is a cleansing, detoxifying direction. Good morning, Dibe. We're doing an eye exercise here. And that clockwise is an inviting, infusing with healthy balance direction. All right. So clockwise, detoxifying, purifying, releasing, and clockwise, inviting in and infusing. Try not to be in a hurry here, especially if this kind of exercise is new to the eyes and the muscles. And then lightly relax. Close the eyes. Do everything in moderation. And if this is something that you want to start to incorporate into your practice more regularly, maybe over time, you can start to either increase your pace or slow your pace or increase your duration. And lightly open the eyes. All right. I am now going to change the camera back and go back to sitting. But it was nice to be up close and personal. All right. Let's massage those orbs once again. Change the direction. Don't rub them vigorously, lightly. Good. And let's bring the palms together. Warm them. Lightly cup the palms over the eyes and feel that darkness. What does it allow us to feel and see within? Breath in. Breath out. What are we contented about in our lives, in our physical bodies? And not as in settling for. I think sometimes we misuse the term contentment. Let's bring the palms together again, rubbing vigorously, feeling our own inner heat. But satisfied, aka grateful for, actually having some appreciation. Why don't we use that as a term? Contentment as appreciation. And let's bring that to the heart. Feel the heart center, taking in that warmth of that glow. Appreciation about our physical bodies, their ability to carry us around, to eliminate and to ingest nutrition, to take in information and retain it, our ability to move, the degree of mobility we have. Good. Let's tilt the chin down and up, starting to awaken our awareness of the neck. Sit as upright as you can in the chest deliberately, trying not to be kind of slouching, just sitting up erect. Feel that intention. Feel the range of your neck. Try not to be in a hurry. Cleansing and clearing our voice. Maybe reflecting on our gratitude, our appreciation for all that we have been able to express and communicate. Maybe just recently. Maybe you're starting to reflect over this year, left and right. What is the range of movement that we have for articulating and for listening? What is the range for this vessel of our voice? Good. And then neck rotations. Breath. Eyes open or closed. Maybe practicing a few rotations with the eyes open and relaxed. Letting sight be a part of our journey without having to be looking at something with a purpose. Just feeling the eyes, seeing, change direction, experiencing sight. What is our range? How fluid are we in our neck? Notice how you are treating this space. Are you being aggressive, forceful, in a hurry? Now let's rest with the right ear toward the right shoulder, feeling the left side of the neck. Chin down, rocking the ear over to the other side, left ear, left shoulder, feeling length through the entire right side of the neck. Can you feel the attachments at the base of your skull on the right side of your neck, all the way down the muscles around the side of this neck? Maybe even bring your hands up here and feel its tension. Is it permitting movement, or is it freezing? Is it saying no? How open is this side of us to expression? Open, right? Gratitude and open. Gratitude requires being open and appreciating. Chin down. Let's come on over to the other side, and this time, maybe on this side. Feel, where is the tension? Is it in the center of the side of that neck? Is it closer down toward the shoulder? Is it toward the back of the neck? Breathe. Not forcing the movement, but sending some caress, some love, some understanding. Sometimes that helps us loosen up into gratitude. And then still send some gratitude for the range of movement in our communication, our voicing on this side. Let's lengthen the legs out in front of us, coming into our root, coming down a little lower into the body. We've been up in these upper regions. Shake it out, vibrate it out, point and flex. Feel the toes, feel the skin, feel your ankles. While we're here, maybe open the jaw, stretch the tongue out. Good. I'm going to encourage us to start here with the knees gently soft. Breath in, lifting, Exhale, hinging at the hips, letting the belly come down. Feel the back of your neck as we bring in some surrender. And then reflect on that gratitude to have the safety. Wherever we are, it is a safe space where we can surrender, where we can close our eyes, where we don't have to be on our guarded point all the time. What is this physical body telling us? Maybe take the hands and massage parts of the leg. Maybe touch different parts of you that you haven't just spent time sending some love to, and roll the spine up. Good. All right. We're going to cross your legs. I'm going to change the cross. You could be sitting on a block or a cushion. Bring the fingertips to the elbows. I'm sorry, shoulders. Fingertips to the elbows. Shoulder blades pulling away. Open the chest and bring the elbows in. So just back and forth. Feel the center of your chest right here in the front. Can you feel it opening when you spread those elbows further apart? When you bring the elbows together, can you feel the center of the chest behind you? Up and down the spine in between the shoulder blades, so that when you bring the elbows together, can you feel that skin stretching, maybe rounding and lifting and rounding. Feel your whole rib cage, your abdominal center. Gratitude for levels of expression. What have we gotten to express from our hearts? What does our heart wish to express right now? And are we allowing it? Now we're going to start to rotate. Let the chin and the throat move. Notice all kinds of sensations. Maybe you're feeling heat. Change direction. Tingling. Maybe some fatigue. What does the fatigue feel like? And can we send some contentment, appreciation, gratitude for even being able to feel fatigue? Good. And let's release. Take the arms out. Wrist rotations. Flare the fingers. Vibrant and alive in all that our hands and our arms help us express from our heart. They are extensions. They reach out. Tendrils. Change direction. Tendrils from our heart, our arms into our hands. Maybe reflecting on what we've been able to communicate through our heart, through our hands this year, for ourselves, for others. Reach the arms back. If you can grab a hold of those arms, those hands, go ahead. Maybe hold a strap. Shoulders up and back and down. Shoulder rotations. Feel that neck, that throat. Feel all the working and awareness that we have built from the eyes down into the mouth, into the throat, now into the shoulder and heart. Good. We'll lift the arms up. Breath in. Exhale. Come as far forward as your body says yes to. Let the arms go if you need to. And bring the chest back up. And breath in. Exhale it forward. Don't strain or force anything. Breathe in. We're going to treat ourselves with kindness. Exhale. Let that be a pure intention, a saucha element. And forward, and I'm going to let the arms go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gratitude for that breath. Breath in. Breath out. Gratitude for the flesh on our bodies. Enjoy feeling every fold, every roll of flesh. And bring ourselves back up. Lengthen the legs out. Wake it up, point and flex. Ankle rotations if you like. Separate the legs a bit and rotate the feet and the upper thighs inward. Just feel that effort. And sit up tall. We're going to take the left arm across, hook under it, Breath in. Keep angling those toes in if you can. Exhale, twist to the right. Now feel the belly breathing. Feel the body twisting. Feel the legs trying to work and hold us in a position. Maybe reflect on that for this year. How your legs have tried to carry you in a different way. How life has twisted us in different ways, and yet we're breathing. And let's find that appreciation, not yeah, but, and I'm appreciative even though, unconditional. Gratitude is love. Breath in, breath out, release. If you've got to shake those legs out, go ahead, and then see if we can resume that inward rotation, taking the right arm across, hooking under it. If you prefer an eagle positioning of those arms, go ahead, breath in. Exhale, twist, chest is up. Feel the blood circulating in your body, through the arms, through the wrists, through the neck. Feel your breath coursing from your nasal passageways down to the bottom of your lungs. And release. Breath in, eyes open, maybe smile. Exhale, we're going to come forward. Now, if you want those knees bent, go ahead, but maybe the body is warming up. Maybe you want to use a strap, but I would encourage to have some space where you're not forcing the body. Sometimes I feel like when we use the straps and the blocks, we're using tools to start to make the body go somewhere prematurely, where it isn't agreeing to it right away. I'm not saying that there isn't a place for having a focus and an intention and moving our practice in a direction, but that sometimes that surrender element actually teaches us about what can open in a space of yield. All right, we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together. Maybe hold your shins, maybe interlace, chest lifting. Press those inner thighs open. Breath in, exhale, taking it forward. Feel your back, your inner thighs. Soften your eye gaze, relax the jaw. Maybe reflect on, why am I coming to my mat? Why am I coming into myself? Who am I greeting on my mat? And get to know and see and hear the essence of you now, not a past version, not the version that you think that you're sculpting into. Who is the you are meeting and greeting right here? And share appreciation for the love in that person, for the fire and drive in that person, the creativity, the rootedness, the voice, the vision. Roll that spine up. Good. Let's come to hands and knees. Maybe you have a blanket down for your knees if your knees are sensitive. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hip bones. I think I saw one other person here. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, man, we just got a party up in here today. All right. Hands and knees. Maybe eyes open or closed. Feel your breath. Knees a few inches apart, palms a few inches apart, just shifting left and right. Remember that we are here to just learn ways to start to develop how we want to move in a practice at home. Today, a theme around gratitude, using the Niyamas, Saucha, purity, Santosha, contentment, and then shifting forward and back. Now, if your wrists are starting to talk to you, what do you want to do about it? Don't just endure. Maybe make a fist and rest on your knuckles. You could always also just be on your forearms. Maybe you want to shift the legs back a little further. Maybe you want to shift the butt back further. And just feel the range along your physical body, that awareness that you're generating. The sides, the waist, the belly, the abdomen, the navel, the pubis, your groin, your own genitalia, back of your neck, the folds in your ears. Can you feel each individual fold in your ears? All right, we'll tuck the toes under. If you're on the forearms, you could stay on the forearms if you prefer. Try not to dig in the elbows. Actually, I think I'm going to do that today. And we'll tuck the toes and lift the butt up for down dog or dolphin if you've chosen to be on the forearms. Letting the head go. Remember, surrender is a huge part of contentment, where we're not driving, we're not in charge. How do we wear that in our physical body? Breathe in. Exhale, lower the knees down, sink the butt back, child's pose. Maybe knees wide, your forehead could be on the mat. Let the tummy do the breathing for you. Feel that navel area ballooning with breath. Appreciate your organs moving out of the way for that volume of breath. And then we'll shift forward when you're ready, leaning chin over thumbs if you like. If you're going to walk the palms in to get ready for down dog, I'll do a down dog on this side. Spread the palms. How aware are you of the folds of skin in your hands, the muscles around each finger? Send appreciation for that level of awareness. Good. Tuck the toes, lifting the hips down dog. Maybe look at your toes here. It's a great way to bring in that appreciation. Not just looking at our toes and wondering about like the pedicure that you might want to be thinking about. Nope. Let's just come on back and say, hey, each toe, spread them. Thank them. Maybe do your own little mental, this little piggy. You could tilt the tailbone up and down, feeling the range of movement in your pelvis. Your knees could be soft here. Gratitude for the spinal column, for the strength of our bones under our flesh. And then bring the knees down, sinking the hips back. Breath in. Breath out. Arms wherever you would like them to be. You could have them back behind you. Now, can you let your body weight sink down? Sometimes the knees are sensitive. You might need to roll a blanket and bring it behind the knees because maybe you're having too much tension on the front of the knee. If you're feeling too much pressure in the back of the knee, you might want to put something also still underneath, behind those knees. Now, inner thighs together, hands to the ankles or shins, head down, very top of your head as much as you can. And maybe just stay here, feeling yourself on your head. Maybe open the eyes and look at that perspective. See yourself and your body from a different vantage point. Feel your breath from this vantage point. If you would like, maybe lift the hips up, rolling onto the top of the head. Pull the shoulders up to the ceiling. This is rabbit pose. If you're getting frightened, if anything is not feeling safe, come down. And release the hips, reach the arms out, maybe forearms down if you want to do the dolphin or the down dog with the palms. Coming up onto the knees, tuck the toes, butt up, head down. If you've chosen the forearms, just try not to have your head touching the floor. Maybe you're only holding this for half a breath. That's cool. Bring your knees down, take a rest, maybe restart. Remember purity. Have a pure intention, a pure acknowledgement of the limitations of our body, of our peace of mind, and an appreciation. Notice if you're quickly coming into a critical mindset. To heck with that. Just, wow, look, I held that. I felt my body. My body is alive today. Let's not take that for granted. Knees down. Legs together, hands back to the ankles or heels, head down.
Lifting the hips. Maybe pulling the shoulders up toward the ceiling. Can you keep the throat open for breath? Can you feel the back of your neck opening to new levels of lengthening?
And release the hips down. We'll come on down onto our bellies, lengthening those legs back behind us. Forearms down out in front of us. Relax your backside as best you can. I like to kind of shake it a little bit just to check. Inner thighs together. Keep the chin level, pushing down through the forearms, growing tall through the back of the neck. Chin down. Tummy loose and expanding with breath. Feel your tummy softly expanding against the floor. Feel your own maybe mons pubis up against the floor. Now let's tilt the chin up and down. Keep the chest lifting. Shoulder blades back. Feel the range in the throat. Be honest about what your body is saying to you, is communicating to you. Try not to squeeze the butt. Left and right. Breath pressing down through the forearms. So Sphinx, working some throat space. Open and appreciative. Neck rotation. Breath. Don't be in a hurry. That was Belinda talking to herself. Breathe. Fluidity. What do we appreciate right now? Not just in the range and ability, but what feels kind of fun or funky? I like that little bit of merry-go-round dizziness. I notice that I feel it more if I have the eyes open. So now I'm going to close my eyes because I was getting a little woozy and change direction. Can you soften your back, soften your backside and your tummy? Moderation. Good. And let's lower ourselves down. Turn the head to one side. Soften all your muscles. Feel the front of your abdomen against the floor. And maybe in these few breaths, you are more aware of your heartbeat. Maybe you are more aware of your breath. We'll bring the forehead down, relax the arms down alongside your waist, backs of the palms down on the floor. Keep your head down if you can. Now, I have a pretty flat facial profile, right? So I don't really have a nose. So some of you might have to turn your head a little. So I don't have a nose to smash. That's all I'm trying to say. So my forehead can come to the floor without hurting my nose. Let's lift the left leg straight up to the sky, pushing down with the right. Feel your breath and lower that down. Soften your muscles. Feel all of the support that we got to receive through the mat, the whole front of body getting to be able to push down. When you're ready, we'll lift the right leg. Gratitude and open appreciation for support. Not for how much you can do here. Let it be about the support. And let the front of your body, your head, your arms, take that support. Push into the floor. And lower it down. Left leg. And lower. Smooth and even right leg. And lower. Relax the shoulders, no strain. Left leg and lower. Try to see how relaxed you can be as you go through this. Really relying on that support. Relying on the support means that we don't have to double up our exertion. Relying on the support means lean into it. Send some gratitude for it. Thank you, floor. Woo, I am so happy you are here.
All right. Ready? Both legs at the same time. What? Different experience. Not much happens. Notice, are you trying to fight for more? Are you achievement based? Remember, we're just here for appreciation. And lower the legs down. We're going to press our way back to child's pose. A nice little counter here. Feel the arms. Ooh, feel your back maybe talking to you. Ah. Breathe. Good. Hands to the ankles or shins again for another rabbit. Top of the head down and lift. And lower the hips down. We'll reach the arms out. Come back to the belly. All right, we can prop ourselves up here and bend that right leg and see if your right hand can find your foot or ankle. Okay, and if so, inner thighs together. If not, you could grab your pant leg if you have long enough pants, not capris or shorts, and maybe you use a strap here, okay? Pulling the heel toward the butt. Let the upper body come down. Reach the left arm out in front of you, palm down on the floor, and push down with the left hand to lift the chest. And maybe try to straighten the right leg a little. And accept what it gives you. Let your gaze come around. Hear your breath. Maybe say a word or two. Send some appreciation. This is you meeting yourself in this shape, open. Open in the chest, supported, not forcing, fully in surrender and acceptance. And release gently, let that leg go. No rush as we switch it over to the other side. Finding that foot, woo, feeling this side. Oh yeah, this side is talking. On the front of that thigh, I'm feeling it. I just had to remember to unclench my own buttocks. And it's kind of defying me. It's like, I'll clench if I want. And I'm like, but we really don't need to. I don't need that much help from you. And we can reach the right arm forward. Let the head rest for a breath or two. I'm trying to appreciate the new range of sensations I'm feeling around my groin, my thigh, my low back, my shoulders. Right palm down, lifting the chest, maybe straightening the left leg a bit. Really interesting to feel what in me wants to force to kind of maybe make this look a little better. It's like, no, just relax. Feel no strain, still accepting that support. Appreciative of eyesight, appreciative of breath, appreciative of voice and communication and articulation, of loving kindness, and gently releasing without snapping, lowering down, turning the head to one side. Feel free to make a sound. Deep breath. All right, so we'll turn our gaze to the left. Slide that left knee up like we're just hugging a body pillow here. Feel your groin, feel your belly.
Check in muscles that still haven't let go. Are they just kind of ready, primed to do something for you? And can you let them sag? And feel parts of you that are appreciative, like, oh, you mean let go. I know I have body areas that are like still getting the memo. All right. First, let's prop ourselves on the forearms and push down and lift upper body in what's called Sphinx. And the bottom body in that kind of quasi-tree. Ooh, nice open hip space, a little bit of Cobra in that low body. What do we get to experience and feel and appreciate about our biggest joint? That hip area is so complex and so sensitive. All right. Now I'm going to try to scooch. That's my technical term. Scooch as much of the right shoulder under us, letting that left arm peel open into a spinal twist. Now, if you need or want, you can put a blanket or a pillow behind that left shoulder so that the arm isn't dangling. Feel your spine, the whole length of your spine. Feel your abdomen, the whole front and length of your abdomen. Eyes open, allowing vision here. But try to just let your eye gaze relax into the back of your eyeball. Relax the eyelids. A pure intention of allowance, acceptance. Whatever in the body wants to move will move. Whatever in our breath wants to move will move. Inviting a space of just seeing what is within. Feel all the support of the floor under you. Let your body sink into that support. Let both arms sink into that support. Let the back of your head sink into that support. Let your own eyes sink into that support. You don't need to strain to see within. Very patiently. When you're ready, if you want to hang out right here, hang out. We'll roll back onto the belly. Now, I'm just going to take a few breaths right here, letting my spine gradually uncoil. Appreciating like, oh, there was a lot more going on in that than I gave it credit for. Lengthen that leg back. I'm going to walk the palms back alongside the waist. Now, if you prefer to come back to a Sphinx, just bring those forearms down. Some of you may wish to bring your hands down alongside the waist and push down and lift the chest for Cobra. Try to keep the buttocks relaxed, gaze down, draw the shoulders back, elbows bent. If it's in your practice and you want to bring the tops of the toes down, this is not for everybody. If you have back injuries, please don't try this. Palms down, arms straight, hips forward, legs off the mat, shoulders back, chin level, breath, offer your heart. Appreciate the vibrancy of life, the vitality within you. Feel it all working, collaborating. And we'll all lower ourselves down from wherever we were. Turn the gaze to the right. Slide that right knee up. Ha. Notice all of your senses. Which of them are really talking to you? Which of them are you just having a really lovely time saying hello to? Gratitude for our sense of smell, our sense of taste, our sense of touch. Gratitude for our perception and ability to perceive and observe. Holy moly. And we'll bring the forearms down. Little bit of a Sphinx. Push down through the arms, lifting the breastbone up, shoulder blades down. Try not to contract the buttocks. Try not to contract the abs. Eyes open or closed. And then when you're ready, and you can stay in that as long as you want. I'm going to scooch the back of this left shoulder blade onto the mat. Woo, letting that right arm peel open. Oh, yep, that's a little bit of spine saying, oh, Belinda. All right. Woo, let the bones sink heavy. Maybe reflecting on the coiling in life, the spirals, the regenerative nature of spirals and cycles. You choose what you're wanting to reflect on in gratitude, appreciation, chest and heart open. Open to knowing, open and welcoming that there is always something to appreciate. In any given conscious moment. As you exhale, dispel, release any obstruction to your appreciation. Anything that begins with but, anything that begins with even though, despite. I appreciate and I'm grateful for and I love and let's just gradually roll onto our back. Take your time. And you can do a little scoochy crab walk over to the left because we're probably spilling off our mat a little if you care. If you don't care, I'd love it if you just splat it off your mat. That's awesome. And we'll invite the knees into the chest. Feel your back curling. This is our first time on our back, receiving support from behind us. Laying on our tummy, we're receiving support in front of us. Feeling the support from behind, letting all of our vulnerable spaces shine upward, facing the sky, facing the heavens, facing what's in front of us. Maybe rocking and rolling. Let your arms hug behind the knees if you like. If you can just hold your wrists. You can hold a strap if you prefer. It just depends on how thick our thighs are, how thick our tummies are. And then just straighten the legs. If that means when you straighten your legs, they aim to the ceiling, great. If they aim more overhead, great. Try to have no goal in mind. Just see where the body wants to go. Let the backs of the shoulder blades rest on the floor. Tummy breathing. Eyes open or closed. And if you want to rock, here, rock. Appreciating our ability to fold into ourselves. Our ability to kick our feet up. Appreciating our ability to look up. Now, happy baby if you like. Sukha Balasana. So if you want, you could find your hands maybe to the feet. That may not be accessible. You could bring your hands behind the knees, pulling the knees toward the armpits. Or you can keep hugging, okay? Happy baby is very vulnerable. It can also be very triggering, all right? Because we're in a really revealing space. So honor what feels right for you. Tilt the tailbone down. Maybe point and flex the feet or ankles. Notice if sometimes if I offer something with a maybe and you go, I didn't know I could do that. Maybe look at, how often do I put a barrier up to myself? Of course you can. Those are your feet. Those are your toes. Move them any way you want. No obstacles. Good. And we'll release, bringing the feet down. Knees up. Rest the arms down alongside the waist. Feet separated a few inches. Push down through the feet and lift the hips up. Now try to relax your butt muscles. Hold in the most relaxed way you can. Soften behind your shoulder blades. Jaws soft, eyes open. Breath on purpose, but not aggressive. Feel the inflation with breath. Let it lighten the load. Feeling air lift you. Not everything from our brute force. Now go ahead and thrust the hips up a bit and feel the flesh in the front of the hips accommodating, making space, stretching for you. Soften in between the shoulder blades. Now relax the buttocks again. Still holding, but in a way more relaxed way. The buttocks are hanging, shoulders soft, jaws soft. If you like, a single Om here, feeling that vibration emanating from within, from source. Deep breath. Om. Lower the hips down. Lengthen the legs out. Let the feet grow heavy. Let the legs grow heavy. Adjust the arms, the chest, the head, the hips for ease. And if you can, let the eyelids be heavy but remain open. Slow the breath and feel it kind of sensual and velvety at the front of your nostrils. Feel your eyes lazily taking in the view from outside of our body. Sending our inner vision outward in how our eyes are shaping and feeling, expressing. Feel your throat. Soften the throat. For whatever is in the truth of the moment in your throat. Maybe protrude the tongue, feeling the depth of its reach into our throat. So much length of ability to be flexible in our words, to reach deep in for what we need to communicate. Feel that tongue reaching down into our heart, that tongue expressing what's in the center of our heart. Feel your chest breathing freely, easily. What's in your heart? What do you appreciate about how you express love, the love you have to share, regardless of how it is sent back? Feel the heat of your body from your inner solar system, whatever is your ultimate spirit that is keeping you alive, and how you harness it to put motivation and activation into your purpose in life. Appreciating around those hips the range of playful creativity in the range of emotions that we've gotten to feel and express in this journey. And our appreciation for our foundation, every step that we have taken leading up to here. Even steps on the journey that feel like they were pure hell. Steps on the journey that were light and full of joy. Steps on the journey our ancestors took before us. Feel the appreciation that we're standing here today, feeling, breathing, because of all of those prior steps, our foundation. And we can wiggle the toes and the fingers, stretch, yawn, do whatever. We'll eventually bring ourselves upright to a seated space. Maybe sitting on a block, maybe sitting on a pillow. Hands to the mudra of surrender and acceptance. Here in our lap, palms just cupped. Let your attention and awareness go wherever in your body it goes to. And thank that body area for asking for attention, and thank your spirit for the willingness to give that attention where it was needed. Single Om if you wish, letting the vibration of expression from your heart to emanate true and freely. Deep breath. If you'd like to join for the Anjali Mudra, holding an intention close to your heart, what is that intention? What is that appreciation? Namaste. The inner light in me is but a reflection of the inner light in you. I hope that we all can go forth and shine that light. Thank you so much for letting me share my practice of yoga. I try to integrate it as best I can. I appreciate anyone who comes and shares their energy back with us. Remember, today is the only day this week that it will be on Facebook Live. The rest of the week, it will be coming purely on YouTube Live. Thank you so much. Have a safe and blessed week as well, Dibe. Thank you for joining us. I will remain for a moment in case any folks have any questions, any thoughts. And I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. This has been our home yoga practice. This week's theme is gratitude or appreciation. working in the elements of the second limb of yoga. The Niyamas are saucha, purity or purification, and santosha, contentment or appreciation. I appreciate you, Patty. Thank you. If it's in your heart or your pocket, please feel free to drop a donation in the bucket. It's the virtual bucket, the paypal.me/justbeyoga bucket. And we will be here on Thursday, so pop on in. We'll just stick with the same thing because it is a practice, and we'll keep working gratitude, different postures, different exercises. Hope you guys like the eye exercises as well. What else did we do? We did the neck and the throat. We did something else. Oh, chakra charge. And I'll pop that up one more time. If you're just joining, I do encourage that if you're interested in knowing more, do go ahead and like and friend Indu Aurora on Facebook, and maybe look up. I know that she was preparing a new version of this. This is her first version of her book, Ancient Heritage, Tomorrow's Vision. It is a wonderful book to have in your library. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Tracy, Gaia, Patty, Dive, Kathy. Big hugs. Namaste.